Well, this is the last part before closing this event, and in your program it says the voices from job shadowing. In fact, they are speaking the last ones, but they are the most important part of the project because the network was vital for the project. So we have a very, very little representation of what this meant in 3 years in 5 different countries. We're going to give you a highlight, a very short, I'm afraid, presentation of what it could be this job shadowing for teachers, both job shadowers, the ones that traveled, and the host teachers. We will go country by country. They have short presentations, like 15 minutes per country, and there are 2 representatives from every country, although we have more teachers traveling than 2. Well, in the case of Lithuania, there are only 2 teachers now here in Spain, but there are other countries with more teachers. So we'll go country by country. The first country telling you their experience in the classroom in another country will be Ausra, Gontien, and Nida. I'm sorry, the surname is. I'm sorry very much, Budrikien, yes, from Lithuania. So thank you for being there.
Okay, so we'll begin. So we are from Lithuania, from the capital Lithuania, Vilnius, and I'd like to start our short. I would like to start our presentation, short presentation, by giving you a dictation. I'm sorry, why teachers? So, I'm serious. Could you please take a sheet of paper and a pen and write down just 4 short lines, okay? In some 6 or so minutes, we will tell you why you need those words. Let's keep it a secret, okay? So the first line goes like, a language is a mirror image of a nation. It's all plurilingual, so a language is a mirror image of a nation. The following line is, its people, culture, habits, wild nature. Then, as you learn, you find new information. And finally, a good foundation is what starts a conversation. Thank you for cooperating. Okay, I have to put this, I have to minimize this so we can take a look at other things.
Okay, so as you see, we believe that it's nice to start with showing where Lithuania is, because as we experience, some people even don't know where our small country is. So actually on the map of that Europe, you can see that a small point of Lithuania next to the Baltic Sea, and actually it borders 4 different countries: Latvia, Belarus, Poland, and Russia. That means that our children actually are well motivated to learn languages because, our nation is very small, only 2.8 million people live there. So that's why we should know a lot of other languages. And those people who live near the border of Latvia or Belarus or Poland and Russia, actually they can speak those languages as well. not only English or other languages, but languages of as Latvians, Belarusians, Russian language, and Polish.
Here is a picture of our seaside. If you haven't been there, please visit. Summer is the best time. And to continue what Aušra has just said, in Lithuania we have 154 nationalities, different languages being spoken. And as some of the presenters showed, the ratio, right, the numbers of languages other than the official, let's say, language of the country, we are among, in this project, we are among the countries that have the biggest the biggest variety of languages. And here are the biggest numbers. So most of the citizens are Lithuanians, they speak Lithuanian as their mother tongue. We have Polish people, Russian, Belarusian, and a number of others. The following slide I will show will allow you to compare the picture of Lithuania and the picture of Vilnius, the capital. So 84, 6.5, almost 6. The three biggest groups of people here. And this is the cathedral square in Vilnius. And let's take a look. Like a lot less Lithuanians, several times more Polish people, the same with Russians and other nationalities. So when we think about schools from which we, Aušra and myself, come, the schools which were visited by job shadowers from other schools, they basically saw this variety in our classrooms.
Another, as I mentioned, motivation for our children to learn languages is actually main trade partners. As you see with Russia, it is approximately 16.5%. Okay, Latvia, then Germany, Poland, and USA is mentioned about 3.5%. That is the biggest motivation because they never know what partners they will have in the future, and actually it is in their minds while studying.
And this is again a very short reminder, not introduction of course, to help you all remember how the languages spoken on the project are related and how our languages, here are Baltic languages, and Lithuanian and Latvian are the only ones that are spoken to this day. English is the language of the working language of this project, and we have lots of people, let's see, like Spanish from in other branches. And Lithuanian language is one of the 10 oldest living languages used, although very few people across the world use it. And we survived different periods when we had, when our country was kind of united with or joined to other countries, and it was considered to be less prestigious, less important, and so on. And we are really proud that we managed to survive and to maintain. Here is the school I come from. It's Vilnius Simonas Daukantas Gymnasium, established 22 years ago only. And this year we have a bit over 700 students, 61 teachers, and the language of instruction is Lithuanian. Although students who study here, many of them come from mixed families. One of their parents could be Lithuanian, and the other one could be Russian or Polish, and so on and so forth.
This is my school, actually the same. Actually, it is much older, as you see, 75 years ago it was built, and the number of students are a little bit bigger, but as you see, we have students aged between 11 and 19. And languages are actually the same because the city is the same and Vilnius is just, yeah, it's the same. Okay, yes, we participate in exchange programs. Okay, this year we have one girl from Taiwan. She is on a Rotary Club exchange, so it is something not only Lithuanians actually live. Yeah. Okay, so languages we study. It is English, as you see, French, German, Russian, and Spanish even. Okay.
And this is a photo from Europa Schule in Altena, as far as I remember, in Germany. It's a picture from one of the projects that teachers and students in my school participated in. So what is the situation that our host teachers found in our schools and what background we brought to this project? It's as follows. The languages, foreign languages taught in my school are very similar to those taught in Auschwitz school. English, Russian, German, French, but what is different is that we also teach Danish and some small groups study Latin. In the past we had Swedish and Italian classes. As I've already mentioned, our students come from mixed families, and also our students travel a lot with their families, with their parents. And many of them have traveled much more than their teachers. So projects like this one allow teachers to really become more competent, more knowledgeable, and be able to make our lessons or instruction teaching of foreign languages more varied and more oriented towards developing their intercultural competences. We also have had student exchanges. Our students have gone to Germany, the USA, Sweden, Japan, and other places, and we have hosted students from Brazil, Holland, Australia, and Switzerland. And we also participate in international projects, and this is only one of them. But mostly the projects we are in are those that in which the main activity is student exchanges. To foster and to foster our students' skills, all kinds of them actually, they participate in various language-related competitions in our school, in the city, and the country. Here is a picture from the project. So some of you, one of you can recognize. This is Marketa from the Czech Republic, who is also present here. And this is a class that she taught to our students a year ago. So here she is executing one of the activities, which the students loved. Just to briefly mention, in our schools we have a number of school traditions and events, activities not related to lessons or post, which take place after lessons, which also help develop our students' intercultural competences. Yes.
Okay, adding to the same, so we can mention that tomorrow, not tomorrow actually, on the 26th of September, we are celebrating European Day of Languages in our school in Žvėryno Gymnasium. It's a very popular annual event, and last year we decided to bake cakes. Every class have chosen a different country and decorate in the flag of the country. It was actually a nice event, I believe. Students liked very much. So to change something this year, we decided to decorate paper dolls in the national costumes of other countries. So I believe that tomorrow my school is having that day, and everything will be nice, and I will have pictures, but not now. Okay, so as Nida mentioned, different projects and presentations take part in her school, the same in our school. and I want to say that the students participate very willingly, and as you see in that right corner picture, they were preparing some presents, paper sailboats to bring to Spain. Okay, and actually the messages they wrote in coded way. One side of the boat was written in Lithuanian language, on another side they coded English variants, the same message but in English, but it was coded. In this way they had to remember English alphabet, and I showed what is Lithuanian alphabet is. So because for them it was rather difficult to recognize which one is coded variant and which one is Lithuanian one. But some letters clearly show that it was Lithuanian one, because in English alphabet we don't have those letters. So the picture shows our preparation to that visit. Okay, and international projects, as you know, so partner countries we have some relations with Poland, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Croatia, Turkey, and Japan even.
And just to mention, and just to mention one more thing about what we found very useful in this project, and in particular this visit to Spain, because for both Aushra and myself this was the first visit to a host country. We found the cooperation with the local teachers very pleasant, interesting, exciting, and we also are hoping to, and we have already discussed some possible ways in which we could cooperate. So we are really hoping to continue this and maintain the connections and do something involving that would involve our students even more, or on a longer period of time, at maybe a larger scale, and so on.
Okay, actually we like very much that Chinese product. That's why it is like we want to close our presentation with that one. To learn a language is to have one more window from which you look at the world. Okay, so how many languages you know? So many windows you open to the world.
And to really finish our presentation, okay, can you please take your notes? I would like to play a video, which is a rap song about multilingualism. This song was created and filmed, recorded by some students in my school, and as you will hear, they sing about what languages they can speak, how, where and when they learned them, and also why they think it's useful to know and to be able to speak and understand different languages, as well as one specific story from one specific trip abroad, during which they experienced very clearly the advantages of knowing foreign languages. What you've got in your notes is the chorus, so that if you want to, you can sing along. Shall we practice? Okay, let's practice a little. We could practice, but I need to take this out as well. Okay, I can try it first. Okay, so a language is a mirror image of a nation, its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find new information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation. Good. Can we do it now together? I'll give the beat and we sing along. Okay, so 3, 4. A language is a mirror, image of a nation, its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation. Okay, let's hear it.
Check it. Yo, bass is in the house, yo. A beat, yo, is in the house, yo. A beat, yo, is in the house, yo. A beat, yo, is in the house, yo. My name is Paper Friends, call me Schmel from the east of Europe. spectacular. Let's get up schools finally seen the horizon. Never thought this day would come. It's hard to realize. Music is fuel for my heart, makes me move. Every way that's filled with joy, can't stand still. I want to groove and let my mind free and explore it. And the question is what it finds to be. Lithuanian language is my native one. It's highly flexible, just like a piece of gum. You can fill every gap, stretch it long till it's right. And speak it all day, from early morning till at night. I remember it since I'm alive. Mom was the first one to reach the sky. Then a couple of more when I started school. The brother she called Russian episode, yeah, in the core. In Russian and in English, that's how I speak as well. Научился русскому каналу, перед ротами сидел. А потом в школе начал я изучать и так писать. Years later, I speak Russian. How about that? Cartoons had a huge impact on my foreign language comprehension track. First English lessons had brought it straight, so I could speak it loud with no mistakes. These variations of speech make every soul easier to reach. Truly get him in one's daily life, feel, understand these things what he feels. When we study with the Spanish it ease, our mind with the intellect that it needs to exceed the present sensibility and maintain balance and stability. Our language is a mirror image of a nation. Its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find new information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation. Our language is a mirror image of a nation. Its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find new information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation. View to life, then suddenly expand to stimulate yourself to fly and to land abroad. From concrete cities to beaches full of sand, communicating with different people cause you can. Let me tell you one story about this time when days were bright, full of sunshine. Big band of jazz and I traveled to Germany. We were split, had to live with a local family. I did not know a word of German, so I figured this would be a lot of fun. But father, mother, and the kids, the whole family perfectly built in English. It was a relief cause I could speak with them freely. The knowledge that came before came in handy really. I was surprised how easy it was. How can one language stick all of us? So I found out much about the daily life from two stories and peaceful nights. That proximity would have never occurred. Both sides had to learn. Check. Speaking different languages to affect my daily life. With a different comparison, I analyze my mother tongue with an already learned one. The improvement won't stop, is always on the run. If someone asks for directions, I'll show where. If somebody asks other questions, I'll explain. Whether sun or rain pours from above, I'm ready to answer cause I feel the love. For every single soul on this planet, for every heart-touching language, yeah. I'm glad to be on this experience bus. Nessa shvira bus. Our language is the mirror image of a nation. Its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find new information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation. Our language is the mirror image of a nation. Its people, culture, habits, wild nature. As you learn, you find new information. A good foundation is what starts a conversation.